Hey everybody, welcome to the next episode of the Strand Tennis Center podcast, filled with tips, advice, tennis, not tennis, just life advice too, whatever you need. Like it on YouTube, share it on the podcast as well. Thank you.
Santi.
Hello.
Santi. How's your summer going, Santi? Welcome to the Strand Tennis Center podcast, everybody. We have got pickleball action going here, everybody. Have you seen the chicken and pickle? Look it up. It's really
briefly.
cool. Just
yeah.
go on TikTok and take a look at it.
Like
It's really a great setup, chicken and pickle.
Is it in Arizona or something?
Down south. It's everywhere.
Yeah.
There's in San Antonio, everywhere. I think, I don't know how many locations they have. It's really a cool spot. Take a look at it. So, as I'm having Santi, look it up. Just, because what happens,
Okay.
this is the great concept of pickleball. If you look at it, really, we were talking about pricing and pricing out and things like that. Pickleball has been very cheap, right?
Right.
So the best way to do it is to meld it with something. So they're selling fried chicken, food, and alcohol, right?
Oh, okay.
So that's the
it's
best.
like a beer garden with pickleball.
Yeah, that's a beer garden with pickleball.
Yeah.
So that's the key
Okay.
is with this, we're talking a little business today. You need to morph these two things together. You can have a standalone tennis club. It's very hard to have a standalone pickleball club because the costs are just cheaper. People are used to a different price point. Now, I think maybe in a few years, like we said, the price point may increase because if pickleball takes up enough space, it's still going to take up these large buildings. Chicken and pickle's outside, right? Is there some indoor space too, though? I think it's all outside, right? Or is the eating outside? Chicken and pickle.
I think it's like both. You could probably eat inside and outside. I
like
saw
inside and
cornhole in the
outside.
picture.
So that's the best combination to be
Yeah.
successful in this. You can see we're playing pickle. We've done we've hybrided our courts. We've had 8 pickleball courts, right? Oh my God.
yeah.
8
8.
pickleball courts. It's really the best way for us to do it because it's mostly an established tennis club, and we've been teaching tennis for 15 plus years here. So it's really, and listen, and we'll go over some. And this is what our meeting is going to be about too. So you'll love it. You'll get a little
Awesome.
preview of the meeting. So it's really about the value, right? So really, you're providing. It's value and supply and demand. There was a great little story, and this guy Alex Hormozy is great about this. He's been a very successful businessman. He's just great. He ran a few gyms and did all this stuff. But they said, like, what's the key? You have a hot dog stand. What's the key to selling more hot dogs than anybody else? Like, what is the best idea you think for selling a hot dog stand?
I guess if you're selling a hot dog stand and you want to sell hot dogs, you got to be enthusiastic at a ball game. You at a ball game or are you just like on the street, like in New York City?
No, say you're just on the street. You say it could be.
Oh,
It could
that's
be.
a
Could be in a
good
corner
question.
anywhere. Like Five Guys is a perfect example. It was in a basement. It was in the alleyway in the corner of the location. It was a shit location. So
No idea.
they have all these marketing ads. All they see. He said you just need hungry customers.
Hungry people. Okay.
It's supply and demand, right? So
Yeah.
if you are the only hot dog place in a stadium with no other vending machines or anything to eat, you're going to sell all your hot dogs.
Yeah.
So, and that's really what it is. All these great ideas don't matter. I mean, your product only needs to be great when it's, when it's compared to somebody else's product, really. I mean, your product could be, you could have an average hot dog, but if you're the only game in town, it doesn't matter. That's why people see businesses in one town and they go, well, this is a good business. I'm going to go 4 towns over because there's no business in there.
Yeah.
And then that arbitrage for a while does well, right? Because the business is in another town, so you get 6 or 8 months of, even longer than that, maybe 3 or 4 years of good business until somebody goes, all right, I'm going to move into that town.
Right.
So with the tennis business, the buildings are 40,000, 50,000 square feet. So that lends it to be very difficult to acquire one or build one. So innate the supply and demand in an area like, again, the Northeast where it rains all the time and the weather's bad for 6 months out of the year, there's only probably 60, 70 or indoor courts out there in this area. It's going to be very hard to find a court between November 1st and April 31st. Even April's a crappy month.
Yep.
So constricting supply, I mean, that is the key to it, and it doesn't really matter. And I always say to everybody, you could have the worst tennis club from November to April and be fine. But really, a successful business, and now we'll get back to the bottom line, is providing tremendous value, so you are more than just at the whim of the supply and demand issue, right? You have to have great value. So what is providing great value? And this is where Hormozi did a great show on it, but we'll just review it real quick. I mean, what is value? Like, what are you really providing? So you're providing something that they want. They're providing it in an easy way, so they feel like they can get it easy. You're also providing it quickly and with the least effort possible, right? So imagine if, and we're going to go over this in the meeting, imagine if I gave you a tennis lesson once and you were as good as Roger Federer. How much would you pay for that? One lesson.
Oh, a lot.
One lesson.
Yeah,
Like
a
how
lot.
much you would pay? $100,000?
If I was playing someone, yeah.
$1 million. I would, if I was going to be as good as Roger Federer, who's worth $1 billion.
Oh, I'm gonna be as good.
You're
Or the coach is as good.
One lesson, you're going to be as good as Roger Federer.
Oh, you the player are gonna be a lot. You give whatever
you
money you
$1 million.
have. Yeah, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
So that is, you talk about time delay being zero. Like I give you the lesson and you're that good.
Yeah.
Like that's an incredible lesson. You pay for any of that.
That's
right?
like the Matrix when they plugged you in.
Correct.
And then you woke up.
Or
with
like
the
Limitless where you take the pill.
Mhm.
Why do you think Xanax and all these things are billion, $trillion companies?
Mhm.
Because I'm going to give you a pill to solve your problems. People don't want to effort sacrifice zero, right? So if I give you a drug and the effort sacrifice is just taking the pill,
Yep.
people will pay anything for that. Why do you think those companies are huge? Because most people, how many times we talked about, how many times have you seen these barbecue commercials where everybody's got indigestion, but they say take the pill,
Yeah.
doesn't matter,
Keep eating.
you'll be fine, keep eating.
Yeah.
So no one wants to sacrifice. So really, people don't want to put effort and sacrifice into many things, and they don't want any delay.
Yeah.
It's like anything else. It's like, and Hormozi talked about it. It's like Netflix, right? Netflix killed Blockbuster because you didn't have to go drop off the video. You didn't have to bring it back. You just got an instant video to you instantly, whether it was even when it was in the mail, it was still mailed to you. You didn't have to go get it. You could just bring it back whenever you wanted. So it's delaying all that friction, right? So your job is to provide the highest value you can. They know they're going to achieve it, and as quickly as it can be done with no effort. So if you do that, the supply and demand you own. Because imagine if I took 10 people and made them college athletes in 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I would have a line around the door. Right?
Yeah.
So, but the nature of the business is it requires effort on the end of the student. The student has to provide effort here. Some things require more than you just taking a pill, right?
Right.
It requires effort, sacrifice, effort, and sacrifice. So when we provide value here, you're guaranteeing what? I guarantee you the process for you to be able to get there, but it's up to you to provide the effort and sacrifice. Now, regards to time delay, say if I told someone, listen, you're starting at 11, it's going to take you 10 years to be a Division I player, well, that sucks, right?
Yeah.
But inside the lesson, there are gratifications, right? Inside it, of the hour lesson of that week, if you win a match, you do this, you have little micro successes.
Yep.
Because you need that. You got to have that, because if you don't, people get really frustrated, right? So if it's all drudgery and it's all work and you're not achieving any success, well, it's very hard to stay with it, right? How many people, even when I say success is a lagging indicator, you work for 10 years, you work. But look, in that 10 years I worked, I was very excited about what I was doing, and I had many successes. Like, wow, I hired somebody for the first time. Wow, I did this for the first time. So you need to have little daily micro successes and things like that, right?
Yeah.
So if you're selling something to somebody and the time delay is so great, it's going to be very hard. You need to really, 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 set up micro goals for them so they can feel like they're progressing.
Okay.
So I just wanted to talk about value a little bit there. It's quick. And look, our nature, our business, and you will be successful here, but it's a two-way street, right? We're going to give you that outcome you want. The likelihood of achieving it is great. The time it's going to take to achieve the ultimate goal that you want may take longer. You may just want more slice on your backhand, and I can get that in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
And I can get more topspin on your backhand in 10 minutes. So those things you can achieve really quick. So, but if you want to be, I want to go from a 4 UTR to a 7, it's going to take you 6 months. But you have to understand that. And you can't expect to say, hey, I want this right away. You're not going to take a pill for that. And to me, there's much more gratification and beauty in that and just unbelievable achievement than taking a pill and getting it. And I always tell every kid, would you rather be given something or earn it? Some of them say I want to be given it, but earning it is so much more valuable. You become so much better person.
Yeah.
So again, our time delay and your gratification is making you a better person. And that takes forever and is priceless, because being a better person is the most important thing you can do in life. And that's always happening. You're always doing that, right? So you're always trying to improve and be a better person. Being a better person meaning that you set a goal, you achieved it, it makes you a better person because you feel better about yourself, you feel more confident, about all your relationships, about who you're with, about who you want to be with, about saying, all right, I feel confident to even talk to this person now, and I feel confident about making that business decision. So that's what we are teaching here, right? So you may get instant abs, you may get instant gratification. Instant abs are hard too, but you may get instant relief from a headache, which I get. This, we're going to give you a little bit of a headache. It takes work. But I just wanted to go understand value, sacrifice, effort, and what it takes. So think of it that way. But that's it. So we went through the whole thing. We covered a little pickleball business there. We went through a little effort, sacrifice. And again, you set that goal, set micro goals. It'll help you so you don't get so frustrated with the long-term goal. But everybody, have a great day. The answer's in the actions, my Santi. I'll see you later.
Hey, everybody. Hope you like the podcast. Please share it with your friends, anybody that you know, anybody that's into tennis, anybody that's into bettering themselves. Share it.